Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Forest Night out in St. Louis. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful Monday. I know I am excited to be here with you. As you come on, as you jump on, especially if you're over on YouTube, just tell us what part of the country you're chiming in from. If you're actually on our webpage, you're not going to be able to do that. But if you actually click through and click the link that says watch on YouTube, you'll actually be able to comment on the live over on YouTube, and I will be able to see who you are. So if you want to jump through and do that, absolutely excited that you are here with us. Getting ready to go. Let me see. Let me hit the back button on this just to check to make sure that I am broadcasting. Everything is good to go. I think I am. Let's see. Make sure we are good to go, good to go, good to go. Let me hit the refresh on this thing. See what we got going on here. Want to make sure all my technologies are working good, working good, working good. If you happen to be catching this on replay, absolutely okay. It looks like it is running. Looks like it's running. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. What I want to do is one of my missions for a long time, and I'm going to jump right into this. If you don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist and coach for the Higdon Coaching Group. I coach small business entrepreneurs and network marketers on how to grow their business and brand on social media. Absolutely on a mission to create wealth for families and impact lifestyles to create generational wealth. So moving into that, want to clarify what this presentation is not. It is not a business opportunity presentation. So just clarify that. So if you are looking for a business opportunity, reach out to me. We can talk about that in another setting. This is a non-network multi-level marketing business presentation. Again, this presentation is to share an educational platform for families and people that want to change and create wealth for their families. So I'm going to jump right into this. A little bit about me. If you don't know me, like I said, again, I live here in St. Louis. I'm married, have 5 grown children, a grandbaby. Absolutely awesome. Grew up, retired out of the Navy many years ago. Did that whole Navy deal. Got into car sales. Spent quite a bit of time in car sales. Fell in love with the marketing. Fell in love with the entrepreneurship, and that's sort of how I ended up where I am. But let me backstory a little bit on the creating wealth for families. One thing I did is I grew up in the projects, single mom, handicapped mom. I grew up very, very poor. We didn't have a lot of anything, and somehow my mom managed to put a lot of stuff together, which was absolutely amazing. When it comes down to it, she was really cool. And oh, by the way, if you're catching this broadcast and you're on your phone and it looks like the video's cutting off, just go to horizontal mode. You'll be able to see it again. If you'd like to get a better view, click on view on watch it on YouTube, and then you can take comments, and I should be able to see the comments popping up here as well. But I do have the YouTube channel up and running over here, so I should be able to see comments coming in on that side. So a little bit about going back to what I was saying. I grew up in the projects on welfare, food stamps, and one of the things that really sucked at the end of the month, at the end of every month, usually 3 days, 4 days, sometimes even a week, depends on the month, and I don't know what the difference was. We were out of food. I would literally go to the refrigerator, open up the refrigerator, and there was nothing in there to eat. All that was in there was a light bulb and an ice cube tray. And sometimes they had some of that WIC peanut butter, which I don't even know what that stuff was made out of. I think you can build houses with it. And I grew up poor. And I remember one day I was tired of being hungry, so I made a decision that I was going to change that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to start cutting grass. So I found this. Growing up in the projects, they had this place where we could go like rent lawnmowers, and I went over and I was talking to the guy. I said, "Do you have some lawnmowers that a lawnmower that I could have that I could probably fix and get to running?" They had a whole pile of them in the back. So the guy that was there, I wish I knew his name, but it was really cool. Anyway, he helped me put this lawnmower together and get it running. So I got that. I acquired a rake from somewhere, and I went door to door in the projects asking people if I could cut their grass because I was tired of being hungry. And I started making money. And then in the winter time, I would shovel their sidewalks. I'd go back to the same people, and I started doing that. And I remember the first time we didn't have a car, so I literally had to walk to the store. And with my mother being handicapped, she wasn't going anywhere. So me and my little sister would walk to the store, buy some groceries, and bring it home. And I've been working and hustling and grinding ever since. And most recently, I ran into network marketing just about 30 years ago. My son is 30, and he had just been born. And I met a gentleman that introduced me to network marketing, and I fell in love with the concept of creating passive residual income. And I've been on that path forever. And most recently, and again, I want to preference this. This is not a network marketing business opportunity presentation I'm going to share with you. The presentation I'm going to share with you involves absolutely no selling. It involves absolutely no recruiting, so you don't ever have to recruit or try to enroll somebody or build a business or any of that kind of stuff. You're going to be absolutely amazed. It may be a fit for you, it may not, but what I want you to do is just have a completely open mind. I want you to listen to it, because before I started doing my homework on the platform and the information I'm going to share with you, I was like, you know what? I'm a little bit skeptical, and I'm going to share some testimonies from some of my friends that live here in the St. Louis market, as well as some of my friends that live out of the area. I'm going to share some testimonies with you and just give you some history. And then if you decide that this platform is for you, we can talk about how to get you enrolled. So moving into that, I made a decision, and I actually came up with this idea, this concept of this dream in my head about creating wealth for families and impacting lifestyles many years ago. I just hadn't found the vehicle. And just a little over 2 years ago, I ran into a gentleman named Holton Buggs, who he's an icon in the industry. Over a 10-year period, made about $110 million as a number one rep for his company. Very good at business. He's got a really cool style of educating and teaching. And I looked at that. And the cool thing about it is, for 7 years, he struggled just like I did, trying to make network marketing work, trying to find a vehicle. Well, as he went through all of that, and he looked at all the ugly stuff in network marketing, he started looking for things that he could use and market and share with families that was out of that realm. It was like network marketing without the network marketing part, which is very cool. So we ran into this platform that I'm going to share with you that gives you an opportunity to get educated and plug into a market that's $6.6 trillion a day, and start with as little as $20 a month to start earning an income. And again, I'm going to throw up an income disclaimer here, which is required. I'm going to show you all that. So I've always had an impact to make to change the lives of little boys like me that grew up like me, were poor, struggling, hungry, and their families and their parents like me, to make an impact and change, be able to knock on their door and say, hey, I've got an opportunity for you. Maybe you're a high school kid and you don't really know what you want to do for college. You're in the right place. Maybe you're a mom that's struggling and thinking about getting a second job. This might be the opportunity for you. Maybe you're a professional. You say, man, I'm working my butt off. I'm working all kinds of crazy hours. This might be the platform for you. It doesn't matter if you just got out of jail or you just got out of Harvard. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're fat, tall, short, skinny. It doesn't matter what your ethnic background is. This platform will work for anybody if they put their mind to it and they work hard. So my mission is to give people like me an opportunity to create generational wealth for their families, and to make an impact in our communities, improve our lifestyles. And I'm really focused here on the St. Louis market. So if you're watching this and you're in St. Louis, let's make sure we connect, because we can make a huge impact for the people here in this community and for the people like us. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open this up here. I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to hit play, and we're going to walk through this. I think you're going to enjoy this, and feel free to, if you have questions, feel free to write down any questions, and I'll jump on afterwards. You can reach out to me. My phone number is 314-498-7688. You can reach out to me if you have any questions. Let me do a screen share. Bring this up here, hit the welcome button. And I promise we should be done by the bottom of the hour here. So this shouldn't take but much, maybe another 20 minutes to go through this stuff. I'm going to do this interactive play here, and hopefully the volume is up loud enough.
Hello, we're so excited you're here, because today in this quick presentation, we're going to show you a way you can literally design your life, whether that means more income, more time, more traveling, or simply less stress. We have the tools you need to make it happen from the comfort of your home or anywhere in the world. Before we get started, did you know that more people than ever in the history of the financial markets are engaged in some form of investing? It's true, and that's great. App-based trading is opening up the markets to new investors, but guess what percentage of uneducated investors will lose some or all of their investment? According to the stock platform eToro, a whopping 80% of day traders lose money over the course of a year, with the median loss of 36.3%. Why? Because an app doesn't provide a personal touch, a real live expert, or the ability to determine right from wrong and good from bad. So the question is, how can the little guy win? Well, what if they could learn how the institutional investors and banks trade and get educated by real people with real experience, not an algorithm designed to fail long term? Here's the thing. If you have a checking account, CD, mortgage, pay insurance, a 401k, or any financial investment instrument, these entities are already trading on your money. They're just keeping most of the profit for themselves and giving you very little in return. So today, we're going to show you how to take back control of your money. And that means more potential profit for you. Go ahead and rub your screen to learn how you can take control of your money today.
So before we continue into the presentation and jump in this, I want to throw up this disclaimer right here that you understand that we are not making any claims or any guarantees whatsoever that by using this platform that you'll earn a single dime. Again, we will not guarantee any kind of results that you'll get from this education platform because we don't know how you're going to perform. You may do better than us. You may do worse than us. We cannot make any guarantees, any financial guarantees that you'll have any kind of success at all. And that's the disclaimer that any type of platform like this has to use. We cannot guarantee because we don't know who you are. We don't know what your work ethic is. We don't know how you're going to learn, how long it's going to take. But I am going to share the information so that you can make a decision to see if this is the path that you want to go down. Fair? All right, let's jump into this.
Elevate is a legacy management educational platform that specializes in financial literacy and Forex trading philosophies and giving people all over the world the tools they need to take control of their life. So what is Forex? Great question. Forex stands for foreign exchange. In the simplest terms, it's the global market that allows an individual to trade two currencies against each other. If you think one currency will be stronger than the other and you end up correct, then you can make a profit. Let's look at it another way. If you've ever traveled to another country, you had to exchange your currency at the airport for the currency of the country you are visiting. So if you're visiting Japan from the US, for example, you go up to the currency exchange counter and notice a screen displaying different exchange rates for different currencies. An exchange rate is the relative price of two currencies from two different countries. You find Japanese yen and think to yourself, wow, my $1 is worth 100 yen and I have $10? I'm going to be rich. When you complete this transaction, you've essentially participated in the Forex market. You've exchanged one currency for another, or in Forex trading terms, you've sold dollars and bought yen. Before you fly back home, you stop to exchange the yen that you miraculously have left over. Tokyo is expensive. And notice the exchange rates have changed. It's these changes in the exchange rates that allow you to make money in the foreign exchange market. The Forex market runs at about $6.6 trillion a day, making it 10 times larger than the next largest market. Stocks and options top out at about $600 billion a day, and cryptocurrencies top out at about $20 billion a day, and won't hit the 1 trillion mark until 2025. In the midst of economic uncertainty and change, Elevate allows anyone to be in the driver's seat of their financial future. The legacy management platform consists of three categories: education, technology, and community. The legacy education platform gives you access to full-time successful educators, live and recorded sessions, and live trading events. Legacy technologies provide artificial intelligence, gamification, and trade assistance. And last, but definitely not least, the legacy trading community, a private, members-only group with awards and recognition and in multiple languages. Go ahead and choose which you'd like to learn more about, please. You can come back and see the others later if you like, but which would you like to see first? And by the way, you're in total control every step of the way by clicking the menu icon here.
So what we're gonna do right now, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump over. I want to introduce you to one of my senior partners. He's gonna go through. It's a recorded presentation. He's gonna go through some information about the platform. If you would like, if you're seeing this presentation and you like this interactive presentation so that you can go through it and click all the buttons and play with all the deals and answer all the questions and finish out the interactive presentation, feel free to reach out to me or the person that shared this to you, and we'll get you your own customized personal interactive presentation that is just for you. So I'm going to go ahead and close this tab. I'm going to jump over to the next presentation here so that you can see this again. Mr. David Hunt, who, as he calls himself, a professional sportsman, played soccer for many, many years, and he's going to go into a few details about the platform. Again, he lives over in the United Kingdom. You can live anywhere in the world and trade in foreign exchange. All you need is a computer and or a laptop, and you're off and running. Of course, probably need to have a good education platform, and that's what we're talking about today. So let me do another screen share here, and I'm going to hit play. So there we go. Hit play on Mr. Hunt.
For you, I want you to pay attention to something that is really blowing up. It's going so big right now. The testimonials we have are very, very successful, and that is the Forex trading education platform. Now, Elevate is something that we only partnered with this company around 5 months ago. Already today, the success stories we have are catching the attention of everybody online. Now, a disclaimer. Before I go through any of this, I am not a financial advisor. We do not guarantee that you're going to make money. Trading is high risk, and the results I'm going to show you are not typical. It's high risk trading. I have to let you know this. The company, iBoomerang, do not guarantee your results. You have to put time and effort in. However, if you do, then you will see, like many others on this call, that we're having success. And I'll share with you some of those stories on this call. Now, let's talk about trading. The exciting world of trading. Did you know that in 1990 or in the 1990s, trading was actually introduced to being available online? Most people weren't able to trade online before the 1990s. Today, you can trade anywhere in the world via your mobile phone. So if you have an internet connection, you can trade. And you can even start with as little as $20 in an account. You don't need any qualifications at all. I thought you had to be intelligent to trade. You don't. And it's one of the easiest ways to make money online today. Bitcoin has made trading publicly aware now. Now, how many of you on this call wish you'd got Bitcoin at the beginning? Well, imagine if I could show you with this platform how to make money now when Bitcoin goes up and when Bitcoin goes down. Actually, some of our testimonials, people will be making more money when Bitcoin goes down than when it goes up. How? Because we've understood the world of trading. Now, why do many people fail at trading? This is a big thing. Pay attention, guys. I know so many people that said they tried trading, but it didn't work for them or they lost their money. I can tell you, I know the answers why. First reason, get rich quick mentality. Most people join trading, and if they're not a millionaire by month one, they quit. They don't have any education, they don't apply risk management, and they quit. That's what they do. The most successful people in trading just don't quit, and they figure out how to have success by making sure they're educated, it's a long-term vision, and they use risk management. Now, at the bottom, you can see how many of you on this call have been offered to give your money to a company to trade for you, where you have to give them your money. They will give you maybe 1, 2, even 3% back per day, but you can't access your money, and you have no idea who you're giving the money to. You don't even know what they're doing with it. And all of a sudden, these companies run off with your money, and you're left in a hole. How do I know that? Because I was affected by that. I fell for those types of companies as well. So with Elevate, what we're going to teach you is how you can manage your own money. The Elevate Forex education platform, we're going to show you how you can build your legacy and design your future for generations, all by your laptop or your mobile phone. Now we have 11 highly successful trading educators. They do live and recorded training depending on what time zone you're on and how busy you are. Some people don't have time to get on a live Zoom, so they can catch up with the recording. We're going to teach you how to trade with Forex and cryptocurrency using the latest AI technology. We've got some cool things launching. And here is the one. Our strategy, we're using the Japanese cloud. The banking system strategy using the Japanese cloud, and this was a game changer. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. We show you full risk management, and we're going to show you how you can manually trade, and soon, next month, you may hear some announcements that you can semi-auto trade, which means maybe you don't have to put as much effort in for the trades to come in. We have a private community to learn and earn together to make sure that we're on this journey together. Now, in terms of the actual Elevate platform, let me share with you. I want to share it live, okay? We're very, very transparent here. We want to make sure that you guys see this. So I'm going to get my site up here. So any of you can have access to this. This is the Elevate platform once you sign up for it. You just log in. Once you log in, this is very simple. I do not train you, and Delay does not train you, okay? You're going to go on the platform and you'll go to step 1, how to get started. Step 2, what to do in your first 90 days. And once you've gone for these, you will then go to the courses. Once you go to the courses, you go to the beginner basics and you just follow them step by step by step by step. That's all you do. Now, here's the best part. I mentioned about the cloud. When I go to the courses, you see this one here, the prerequisites. All you have to do to learn the cloud is go straight here and watch these 5 videos, and they will teach you the cloud strategy. I am not going to teach it to you. You just watch the 5 videos, which is a grand total of 56 minutes, and you will now see what you could not unsee. You will then have access to all the other videos and all of the live classes, and everything else is there for you, and we will teach you and show you exactly what to do. But once you see the cloud, I'm telling you, this is when the game changes. Now, in terms of how the cloud works, I don't need to teach it, but let me just share with you something that happened with me. Let me get this up for you. Let me share with you what happened with me. I want to share with you some of my testimonies, okay? Today, I wanted to trade today, so I knew I was doing a presentation. And on the left-hand side, you can see at 2:35 p.m. UK time, which I believe is nearly the same time as South Africa, we were looking at our first trades. We got on the dart around 20 past 2, and we mapped out a trade using the cloud and what they taught us. And by 2:35 was when I first checked. By this one in the middle, you see where it says 2:50, 15 minutes later, it hit the target with mapped out. We cashed out, and you can see there the second from right picture in the colorful little frame, $94 made. 94. You know, 2 days before that, on the far right-hand side, you see where it says balance, $294 in blue, the top right. I loaded an account with $294. Within 30 to 45 minutes, we made $211. Now, as I said, disclaimer, guys, results aren't typical. You may not do this. But what I am saying is that we are doing it. We've achieved it. And I actually want to share with you the chart today, just to show you briefly. Because if any of you have known me from before, you will know that I used to give people my money to trade for me because I had no idea how to trade. I didn't think I'd be able to learn how to trade, and they ran off with my money. Check this out. You can see the time, 2:15. Every candle is 5 minutes. We knew that if it broke out of this section, which is what we were taught, that we could maybe get in on a trade and hit our targets, purple, blue, or gray, or purple, gray, or green. That was it. And I was waiting. And all of a sudden, we saw the movement, it broke out, and we entered the trade. We then closed the trade when it hit the purple, which took around 2:50. So roughly, it was about 22 minutes we were in on the trade, we were done. If you wanted to stay in longer and go trade more, it would have hit all of our targets we mapped out. And for anybody that thinks that maybe I may have just done this for the show, go look on my social media. I posted this live. All the markings at 2:20, 2:30, before it had gone, I was showing all these markings. Look to the wick. And watch what happened later on if you wanted to carry on trading. Well, guess where the price went? This is what we're being taught. Now, if you look at this, this is from 2:30 till around, you could say 6:30 if you wanted to do all of this, or you could probably just trade for about an hour and make that type of income that's available to be made there. Now, you have to put in time and effort. But guys, I'm telling you, this works. And the way they teach and the community they've created, every single one of you, it doesn't matter where you're from, you are able to learn this skill set. You will not need to rely on another human being once you know this skill set. Now, here's the cool part. I've only shown you phase one. Next month in October, we all fly to Dubai for our big convention. We're about to launch our app. The app is going to give you trading assistance. How many of you want signals? Well, imagine if we're able to show you live and get alerts of what we're looking at putting trades on. And I don't say me, I mean the educators. What if there was a way that maybe you don't even want to learn how to trade, but you want to make the trading money with maybe some AI technology that can help assist? I'm not going to say anything other than be ready for what's about to come. I'm only showing you phase one at the moment, and already we're winning. Now, you can start your legacy with Elevate straight away today. The first option for you, you can just become a customer today. If you're not interested in anything else other than trading, then you can become a customer for $129.99.
So I'm gonna stop screen sharing right there and jump into this so that you understand what you're looking at and the Elevate education platform. It's an education platform. You saw Mr. Hunt, he went through the back office. You're going to get a dashboard. You're going to have access to the beginner basics courses that you can watch as many times as you want to on your schedule. No problem with that. You're also going to get access to what the
enrollment fee, and it also is the monthly subscription. Now, I've just shown you what.
So I'm going to close that out. I want to, like I said, you'll get access to that. You can have the basic courses. You'll have their prerequisite courses. Then you're going to have a calendar. They have early morning classes, and they have evening and daytime classes and different days and different times. You can plug in to fit it around your schedule. And like you said, the instructors record the majority of their training. For example, in August, I was able to go back through the month of August and catch all the courses that I missed because I wasn't able to plug in every day because I had other things going on. I was coaching clients or something like that. So I wanted to plug in and learn so I could go back and catch one of the instructor's courses that I wanted to plug into. You are not going to learn this overnight. So one of the things you need to understand is when I first looked at it, I was like, what? I'm 58 years old. I'm looking at this. Wow, this is gonna take a while. And I looked at this instructor and how they taught, and they have signals and they have everything you could possibly imagine. It's just like taking any other college course, any kind of other course. You're not going to be, I like to equate it to martial arts. If you're going to take a martial arts class, you're not going to walk in on day one and fight Bruce Lee. You're going to start as a white belt, and then you go to yellow belt, and then you go to blue belt, and red belt, and brown belt, and black belt, and you got to qualify, and that takes years and years and years and years, and you learn how to watch the signals and do counter punches and blocks and up blocks and down blocks. You learn all this stuff. It's just like trading. You're going to learn how to read the signals. You'll learn how to read the charts. The cool thing about it, there's a huge community that where you can actually screenshot a chart. You can drop it into the community chat and say, what the heck am I looking at? And somebody's going to jump in and give you some tips and advice on what you're looking at, or maybe say, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that there. You cannot, absolutely cannot not learn how to trade if you really focus and pay attention to this. And again, once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. It's something that you'll learn and you'll know for the rest of your life. I've actually got a live trading running right now. I'm trading the Australian dollar against the Japanese dollar. I did that, and looking at my history, I can actually go in and look at my history to see what I've done just for this week. I'm sorry, just for today, I'm up $60.34. And I want you to do some math, right? I want you to do some math. If you took $60 and multiplied it, you're able to make $60 a day, every day, and you could work, say, I don't know, maybe an hour. Didn't take me very long at all to execute those trades and go in and do that. Maybe work an hour, 2 hours a day to do that in your spare time. And you did $60 a day times $365. I think that comes out to somewhere just about $2,000 a month in income coming into your household. Again, can't guarantee that you'll make any money. I'm just saying, do the math. How much money a day would change your life if you could learn how to trade and implement these strategies? So I want to share some couple of testimonies with you here real quick so you can see those. And then I want you to get back to the person who shared this with you to get a more in-depth look at our trading platform. You can come and hang out with us on Wednesdays. We do a live, one of our senior instructors will get in and do a live deal on Wednesday. Make sure you make an educated, informed decision. Again, to get started, there's no contracts. It's $129 a month to get plugged in. You can start immediately. You can set up your calendar, you get plugged in, start doing the beginner's basics. The cool thing about it is you need no money. There's no risk at all to you to learn how to trade. You can actually trade with what they call a demo account. And you can use the demo money on a real live account, and you can go in and you can play and learn how to use those charts, learn how to use all the tools that are available for you to learn how to trade without risking any of your real cash dollars. So spend invest $129 a month in the education platform. It typically takes about 18 months to become very proficient at trading. You're always going to have access to the educators. You're always going to have access to the community. And once you get into the community and start looking at this, you can learn how to trade on gold and silver and crypto. Once you learn how to trade, once you learn how to read the charts, it works for anything at all. So it's not just about the foreign exchange market. That's the largest market in the world. You can learn how to trade. Once you learn how to use the software, he's talking about the different things. Like I've got a piece of software on my phone here that can execute trades. I've got another chart that I can go into any indice or any pairs, they call it in the industry. Once you learn that and look at the Japanese dollar versus the United States dollar versus the European dollar, and I can look at those and I can go in and I can execute trades either in a few minutes, or I can let them run for several days, depending on how I want to execute that trade. And again, you're going to have a different learning style than a lot of other people. Let me show you a couple of testimonies, and then we will get out of here. And again, get back to the person who shared this information with you and say, hey, I want to get more information on this Elevate platform. I want to see if it's right for me. Again, disclaimer, we're not going to guarantee that you're going to make a dime. That's your standard trading disclaimer. You may or may not. You can't guarantee that. This is Dr. Gardner right here. She actually lives up in Canada. She's an emergency room doctor. She's married, has 3 kids, full time. She jumped in this. You can see this. It says, I went from not wanting to touch Forex with a 10-foot pole to absolutely loving it. Finding the right education program made all the difference. I'm nowhere near being great at trading, but I've graduated from blowing demo accounts to becoming profitable. And in this one, it looks like she made $364, about 41 cents. That was in a time frame of just about an hour or so that she did that. The next one is my friend Carly. She lives right here in the St. Louis area. You can see this here. She says, to say that I'm blown away by the results that I'm creating from this education I'm getting from our Forex educational platform would be an extreme underestimate. This is a screenshot of my results today, and then for the entire week, side by side. Keep in mind, I'm still a beginner. I only began to trade about a month ago, and this is about a month and a half ago. my background as she's a makeup artist, right? She's not a numbers person. It took me between 30 to 90 minutes a day to create. I would have taken me an entire month to earn this month working on her 9-to-5 job. Again, she's a beginner. What are you waiting for? And you'll notice here, I believe this one was like $1,000 and some odd dollars she did in one day, and then her total week was over $5,000 for the week. My next one is my friend Latoya. Latoya's a mom and a wife, full-time career in telecom. She was apprehensive at first. However, after jumping in, being coachable and willing to follow her instructor's lead, her results speak for themselves. As you can see right here, she did $4,300 and some odd dollars in change in this in learning how to trade, which when you're looking at people's results, again, you've got a makeup artist, you've got an emergency room doctor, you've got someone in telecom. So learning how to trade doesn't have anything to do with, you say, well, why would an emergency room doctor want to learn how to trade? Because she works 14 straight days and doesn't get to see her husband and her kids at all, right? And imagine with everything that's going on right now in the health crisis that's going around the planet, who the heck would want to be a doctor right now? I'm sorry, but you got to look at that, right? Most people want freedom. A lot of people want to spend time with their families. If you're at a point in your life and your career and you're struggling, maybe you had a childhood like I did, maybe you don't want to go to college, or maybe you went to college and the degree isn't working for you, or maybe you're just working too many hours and you're trading the hours for dollars and you want to earn some additional income. Do the math. Multiply $60 times 365, divide that by 12, and see what that comes out to, an additional monthly income if you learn how to trade. Make sure you get back to the person that shared this to you. I look forward to seeing you out there in the Forex and trading world. Appreciate you swinging by. Again, if you have any questions, get back to the person who shared this informational video with you. See you later. Bye-bye.